When you think about an adorable, adaptable, and hardy fish, you have to think about platies. This is a great fish for beginners. If taken well care of, they could be a great aquatic companion, typically for 2 to 5 years. Their hardy nature makes them one of the easiest fish to take care of. These vibrant fish are from the Poeciliidae family, which is the same as guppies and mollies. They typically grow to about 1.5 to 3 inches in length. Females are usually larger in size, have a more rounder and robust body. In most cases, males tend to be more vibrant in color, primarily to attract mates. Generally, platies make a great addition for community tanks because of their peaceful nature. Please remember that by no means this will automatically translate into a peaceful display in just about every tank. We've actually had some platies that, even under the right conditions, have displayed temperamental and even aggressive behavior towards other species of fish, and even towards their own species in our aquariums. Therefore, it's always important for you to track their behavior and make adjustments as needed. The minimum tank size for a platy should ideally be around 10 gallons and preferably 20 gallons or more. When talking about water conditions, platies are very hardy and will tolerate quite a big range in pH, from 7.0 to 8.3, and will thrive in a temperature within the range of 70 to 80 degrees. Platies are social fish which thrive in groups, although they don't form true shoaling or schooling fish behavior. Instead, they interact with each other while scattering around the tank. Truth is that they actually don't need a group to survive. And if kept alone, they likely will act more timid or less active, but will ultimately be all right. We currently have one male platy swimming alone all by himself in one of our tanks. He seems to be doing great. We are considering bringing him back into a community tank, but at the moment he's being disciplined since the last time he was in one, he was after most fishes in it which were peaceful in nature. He used to be temperamental around others, regardless if it were to be approached by a fish from his same species, but now we see him thriving and displaying happy and calm behavior all by himself in his new home. A great thing about platies is that they come in a variety of vibrant colors and patterns. There are different types of platies which are classified by their colors and patterns. Some of the most popular platy types found in pet shops include the Mickey Mouse, Sunburst, Red Wag, Blue, Bumblebee, Green Lantern, Tuxedo, Salt and Pepper, and the Calico. Some of the best tank mates for platies include other livebearers such as guppies, mollies, and swordtails. Small and peaceful tetras such as neon cardinal glowlight or embers also make great candidates to consider. Personally, we also like the harlequin raspberries in this category as well. Peaceful bottom dwellers such as Corydoras catfish make a great option to pair up with platies, as they will mostly remain in the bottom of the tank and not bother other fishes. Different types of snails also could make great candidates for platies tank mates, as they won't compete for space and are natural tank cleaners. Finally, you could consider nano shrimp types such as the cherry and amano shrimps, since they will keep to themselves and help out as your tank cleaning crew and algae control. Some species to avoid matching up with platies include territorial fish such as the blue gourami and bettas, which may see the platies' bright colors and flowing fins as competition. For obvious reasons, please avoid naturally aggressive and predatory fishes such as cichlids, fin nippers such as tiger barbs, and food competitors with a territorial attitude such as rainbow sharks. Please do your research and pay attention to your platies when matching them up with other species. Observe their behavior and make sure to have a plan B in case something were to go wrong. This could include having yourself different tanks already set up in order to move one or more of the platies or the other fishes. You could also look to exchange your fish with other people in the hobby, or even give them up for nothing in order to house them properly. One thing we must not ignore before wrapping up our video on platies is that they are live bearers. This is a big thing to consider if you decide to adopt platies and place them into your tank. This is because they breed quite frequently, and this feature can't be ignored when considering your tank capacities. Platies don't place eggs that will later on hatch, but rather give birth to free-swimming fry. Their gestational period is around 3 to 4 weeks. They are prolific fish that can give birth to 20 to 40 fry at a time, or even more. That's a lot of fish. Platies will usually welcome all fry in a time span of hours or within a couple of days. The most shocking thing is that female platies can actually store sperm for several months, meaning they can randomly give birth to fry throughout months with just one insemination. A gruesome fact is that, contrary to other fish, platy parents don't quite remember they have given birth or even have any recollection of who their offspring are. Hence, they don't seem to have that encoded gene of actively protecting their fry from other species. Even more outstanding is the fact that the parents themselves may even eat their own fry. In summary, please take into consideration the fact that platies are live bearers that breed almost continuously as they reach sexual maturity at 3 to 4 months. If you decide to avoid all the hassle about fry keeping, please consider getting your platy fish from a pet shop where they have females and males separated, as this can reduce the chances of you bringing in home a pregnant female platy. Make sure you keep a male-only tank or a female-only tank at home to avoid breeding. If you decide to breed platies, please consider keeping a tank with at least a 1 to 2 male-to-female ratio in order to reduce male aggression and female stress, since males tend to be quite aggressive towards other males when competing for a mate and persistent in chasing females around the tank. Moreover, please consider placing the fry in a breeding tank, since this can protect them from being eaten. Therefore, if you decide to maintain them in the community tank, please provide plenty of hiding spots with the help of dense plants like java moss, java balls, or water lettuce, since this can help the fry keep safe from predation. Furthermore, please consider feeding the fry with high-quality crushed flakes, baby brine shrimp, or microworms to support their growth and development. On a final note, we want to point out that platies can actually crossbreed with swordtails. This is known as hybridization of 2 species. This amazing fact is possible since both platies, Siphophorus maculatus, and swordtails, Siphophorus hilarii, belong to the same Siphophorus genus. This hybrid results in unpredictable traits. Some offspring may display mixed features, while others resemble more of a platy and others more of a swordtail. Common mixed traits between these species include longer fins or a faint sword-like tail in males. Hybrids are usually fertile. This is definitely something to consider if you are thinking about adding both species into your tank, or already have one species and are thinking about adding the other one. While some people in the hobby have alleged their platies mating with other members of the Poeciliidae family, such as guppies, mollies, or endlers, this has been scientifically unproven so far, and actually contradicted as they belong to different genera, Poecilia versus Siphophorus, which basically means that crossbreeding is biologically impossible. When it comes to their feeding habits, platies are omnivores, meaning that they eat both protein and plant-rich foods. Hence, feel free to mix and match as you like with platies. They are flexible and adaptable to your menu. Please consider high-quality flake food, properly sized pellets, live or frozen brine shrimp, daphnia, bloodworms, algae wafers, spirulina, and blanched veggies such as spinach, zucchini, and peas. Adult platies feed around once to twice per day, while fry may require more frequent feeding for rapid growth. Personally, our platies seem to love protein flakes and spirulina and algae wafers. Meanwhile, we feed our platy fry a mix of crushed mysis shrimp and protein flakes. We like crushed mysis shrimp, since technically it contains more nutrients and protein than brine shrimp for our fry. We want them to grow healthy, strong, and fast so they can protect themselves from predators. We certainly love our platy fish. One subjective observation that we have noticed is that they do get a little bit skittish when we approach their tanks. Hence, we have grown to respect this and try to give them space, because we know that we'll be greatly rewarded and marveled by their gorgeous looks and silly antics when being observed from a distance. If you are a Platy owner, please let us know if you have also noticed this. Also, feel free to leave a comment and tell us what you think about Platies, and if you enjoy them as much as we do. We certainly hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider smashing the like button, subscribing, and sharing with others. We also want to remind you of the fact that we have other videos of our Platy fry and their development process if you would like to know more about this topic. As always, thanks for watching and God bless fishy